Alright, welcome back. We're going to do another video today on Warhammer 3. I'm going to try and give you a starting guide for Karl Franz. I've been really struggling with this faction, and I do not recommend it, even though this is a recommended starting campaign. It's not an easier campaign to get started with. So, I don't think I agree with that assessment. It's especially considering if you do not have the Huntsman DLC, it's going to take you, what, 3 turns to upgrade this, and then 2 turns to upgrade this. You're looking at 5 turns before you can recruit crossbowmen, which turns out to be a fairly big deal for your start. If you do have the Huntsman DLC, this becomes quite a bit more manageable, just because you can recruit archers from turn 1, so it is something to think about. I really hate advocating buying DLC, but if you're dead set on playing the Empire, the Huntsman DLC actually makes this faction a lot easier to start with. Okay, so let's jump into it. Well, first thing, I'm playing on Legendary difficulty and very hard battle difficulty. I don't know that I recommend that either, but it is what it is. We'll start upgrading our building there. First thing I usually do is recruit a Arch-Elector Lord.
I serve Sigma.
Now I won't be able to use it this turn, but I'm just, making sure I don't forget to get it.
Of the faith.
I usually get that tree. Research, you can pretty much do what you want. I usually pick up the growth and control. I don't see that it matters that much which way you go. Also, get used to doing diplomacy with the Empire.
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
If nothing else, for the money, it's gonna help you a lot
I will
to
listen, but my time is
get
short.
as much
Sigma's
money
will.
out of these factions as possible. Talbeklin starts
Approach us
with
friend,
high fealty,
and make your offer.
so I usually go ahead and get the non-aggression trade and military access on the first turn.
What?
Weissenland, I do not give them the non-aggression pact, and I'll talk about that in a minute.
Mistress of Ice.
Go ahead and get
Tsarina bids you welcome.
trade agreement with
A pleasure and a
Kislev.
One rug.
I think that's it. Okay, so why not a non-aggression pact with Weissenland? If you look at right here, you'll notice their total fealty there at the bottom is 2. So that's usually a challenge to get that all the way to 10 to where you can confederate with them. It's actually easier most of the time just to go to war with them and take Weissenland. Now you have dude, Balthazar Gelt, that's his name. He starts with 7, and Talbeklin starts with 7. So those two are usually the easiest to raise their fealty enough to get a confederation out of them. Alright, so that being said, I think we've got everything mostly set up. We'll just go ahead and jump in and do the battle.
Ulrich's will.
I'm playing on the difficulty I'm playing on. You do not auto resolve. It'll screw you over every time. You do start with the great swords and the Reichsguard and a mortar, which is pretty good. But yeah, the auto resolve still doesn't get. You'll take a 250 losses per battle if you auto resolve, which adds up pretty quick and overcomes your ability to recuperate your losses in between turns. Alright, first battle I usually put my handgunners over here to the side. Do something like this. I'm gonna pull my handgunners over like that.
Awaiting orders. Go!
Take the ground.
No lingering.
I'll be running the cav behind enemy lines to try and pick off the crossbows at the start. We'll go ahead and do that. I usually have time to break them before the other troops get there. I don't know if it's gonna happen this time, but we'll go ahead and let it happen.
Swordsmen! Halberdiers! Battle and blood await! State troops ready!
Do something like that.
Yes, sir. At speed. We obey. Mortar. Shields up.
Form a ring of steel!
Yes, sir. Take position. For the Emperor. Get them.
And I'm just running the cav after the broke units to try and shatter them so they don't come back. Pretty standard. Pretty standard for the Empire anyways. I could... I'm gonna go ahead and...
Get them! Moving now! Sigma!
yeah.
Handgunners! Fire! Fire! To battle!
Yeah, Karl Franz ran him off pretty quick.
For Franz!
Great swords.
And that'll work. I didn't do that battle as all that particularly well, but 6 losses. So, I mean, when you compare that to 200, when you have less than 600 to start with, yeah, that auto-resolve will bite you in the ass every time. There is a lot of RNG on like what decisions they give you for the Empire, and you know, who you're going to be able to raise the fealty on and all that early on. You never can tell, but we'll I'm not gonna focus on that. Your main obstacle is Helmgart. So that's what I'm going to try and show you how to get past, hopefully. At least that's what we're gonna try to do. I usually take the money on the first few battles. Okay, that's a nice weapon to start
Bring me
with.
to my men. Attack!
And then you can go ahead and take Grunberg on your first turn. Says it'll be a close victory. It's not. It's just, you know, auto-resolve. It's never a good idea. I have arguably better units in every category than they do, and as many plus Cav and a Lord. There's no way this is a close victory. And a mortar. I mean, come on. How is this close? The good thing is, since you start with the mortar, the enemies will always come to you.
By Ulrich's wrath! Rexguard Knights! Mortar!
Okay, so usually what I do on this battle, I set up just a regular line. Now I take one handgunner unit and put on each side.
Handgunners!
The biggest problem with handgunners is the fact that they can't arch shells over your lines. So you've got to take that into account on your positioning, because they're not going to be able to shoot over your troops, except in, you know, very limited circumstances where they'll actually be able to do that, but for the most part it's just not going to happen. And they're almost worthless for siege battles, so I just have a very low opinion of handgunners in general. Especially in the early game, I see no need for them. Okay, and charge those in. They'll start picking off some of these troops before they'll even get close. So, yeah, it should be a fairly easy battle anyways. And yeah, the mortar's firing, but it's honestly usually completely worthless.
Rexguard Knights! Malingering!
Alright, so we broke the crossbowmen. We're gonna intercept those. Do something like this.
We
And then we're going to run the cav into the back of their lines to help encourage them to break sooner. Actually, this one's already broken, so I'm just gonna charge into these. You can move your handgunners out more if you want.
Awaiting orders. Missile infantry.
Something like that.
Reichsguard knights. Whoa! Yes, my
I'm
lord.
just gonna slow that unit down with my cav.
The Empire endures.
Put these guys back over here. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell them to attack. Got one unit that hasn't even attacked at all. I'm gonna tell the handgunners to keep the crossbows broken. Tell these handgunners to attack that.
Prepare for combat.
And the battle's pretty much over at this point. Yeah, there it goes. And we'll just end the battle there. Again, 7 losses compared to 200. I mean, it adds up pretty quick. Now, since I can recruit archers with Karl Franz because I have that DLC, I'm actually going to do that. You'll see me recruiting them more than frontline units, but if you don't have that DLC, get used to recruiting swordsmen. They're, yeah, you're going to have plenty of time. I think I said it was 5 turns before you could recruit crossbowmen, so that's 10 units of, is it 10? I can't remember if Karl Franz can only recruit 2 units per turn. We're about to find out. But if it is 2, that's 10 units of melee troops you'll be recruiting probably in your first few turns. Go ahead and occupy. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, 2. So you would be able to recruit 10 units of crossbows or melee troops before you actually made it to where you can recruit crossbows, which is just horrible, but
I am Prince and Emperor.
and the big problem with that is Helmgart. You're gonna need a lot of ranged troops to win that battle. And when I say ranged troops, I'm not counting handgunners because, like I said, they're almost useless for siege battles, so I'm not counting them. So that'll be your first turn. Okay. Your second turn is pretty easy. We're just moving, well,
The trees tell me
let's see what kind of wizard we got. A Jade Wizard. Okay, well, I don't know what I think about that, but alright.
I call thee relics of power.
Put
Pick
him
up
in the
pace.
army with Karl Franz, and then you can move your Arch-Lector up.
Ready.
I'm actually going to recruit with... No, I'm actually going to recruit with this guy. I'm going to recruit 2 archers and trade them for the handgunners because I hate the handgunners. Make sure you do your diplomacy every turn at the start. Here's the main reason why I Hawkland right here.
Greetings on behalf
Now,
of the Empire. Now, what brings
if you
here
look,
with
they
a
really
short
want a
blade?
non-aggression pact. They kind of want a trade agreement. So, only do the non-aggression pact because they're going to give you 1900. So if I take that away, put the trade agreement in, that's 500. So that's like 1400 less, and they're going to die within a few turns. So you're never going to get your money's worth out of that. So just take the money.
One rug.
Ragnorn.
How both bound.
And just take all the money you can get, except for Weissenland.
So
We're not going to bother with them.
By Sigma's will.
Military
come in peace.
access.
They are
Get a
one.
little more money. And then we can... I think we can go ahead and end the turn
the
there.
nation calls.
Yeah. Yep. Now, you'll see there's not an army. You're not seeing an army for the secessionists here. That's pretty standard, although occasionally you'll run into a time when you'll see their army here by Ubersreich. But that's pretty rare. Usually you won't see that. So I'm gonna put this guy on up in here where he can join the battle. I forgot to switch the troops, but whatever, it's fine.
Summon the Elector Count.
Actually, I can go ahead and do that now. It's fine. Go ahead and do that.
Men, I
And then
will
we'll
fight
attack.
with you.
It's another just standard battle. You will have to fight it. Unfortunately. It gets old after a while, but taking 200 losses against an army that you outnumber and outgun is just ridiculous.
Awaiting orders.
So pretty much standard line
Sigma calls.
that I was doing before.
Cavalry ready for Altdorf. Mortar.
Hold up. What does this guy have? Okay, he actually has a spell. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna use it much, but
Weapons ready.
now the important thing to remember about these about your archers, they're not as good as crossbowmen. They have 120 range, and the crossbows are going to have 140, I believe. So, like, you don't want to just put them up against crossbows. They'll lose. Alright, same thing as usual.
We are Sigma's heirs!
I'm gonna try and get my crossbows, get the crossbows out early. Yeah, the mortar hardly ever hits on this difficulty. We could bring, what's the range? 200 meters. So if I wanted to try this, yeah, have to get fairly close.
Reichsguard Knights!
Feel life flow!
We'll try it though.
Power of life!
Doesn't have to get that close, I guess, but well, most of the time you try spells like this and they'll just move out of the way. Looks like they can't on that one. That's pretty cool.
Date order!
A lot of bombardment spells, they'll just move out of the way. I'm just gonna sit here until they move. If they don't want to move, that's fine. I'm waiting on my reinforcements. So.
By Gol Maraz!
Oh, that one actually may have touched them a little. I can't believe that spell's actually working. That's pretty cool. I'm not used to spells actually hitting at this range. My mortar's basically just wasting ammunition. Okay, I don't know why 3 full units are chasing my cav, but they are.
I am life!
I'm gonna see if that'll work. Oh my god, I actually hit it. Just run your units around the... Run your cav around their units and... Wow, a mortar shell actually hit. Okay, I'm gonna tell the mortar to focus on those guys, cause...
Battle wizards!
Wow. Yeah, I'm not used to that. Usually the spells are not that effective.
Reichsguard Knights!
Okay, we'll move our cav on around here.
Formation march!
Could put my lord into battle.
Throw in! All things must wither!
I think I'm leading my targets a little too much on that.
The Heldenhammer!
Faith is my shield! By Ulrich's wrath!
Reichsguard! Sorcery!
Tyrant calls!
Yes, my lord! No lingering!
Crossbowmen are shattered, so that's good. I'm just gonna pull my cav back now with these ranged units.
Missile infantry!
See, they're not.
Sigma calls!
They're not actually
Great Scott!
able to shoot those guys yet.
The Empire!
Ooh.
Doth adore I invoke
That's a big hit.
Reichsguard Knights! Sigma! Great swords! Missiles ready! Yes, my lord!
Yeah, they're broke.
Fire! For the Warhammer!
And that'll do it. Probably 0 losses. Oh, 2 losses. My bad. 2 handgunners died apparently. $8,000 damage out of those spells. That's fairly decent. And yeah, I know the archers aren't as effective as the handgunners. As long as the handgunners can actually fire at the target. But I don't know that I see that happening all that much usually. But the simple fact that I can put them behind the lines and basically forget them, they'll do their job. As opposed to handgunners that you kind of have to micro a little more. Makes them a little harder to use. Okay, so this is the last turn where you'll
Yes,
get to
unite
recruit
the
with
provinces.
Karl Franz, probably right here before you have a big battle. So I really want to get the melee troops, but you know what, I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up some swordsmen on this turn.
The Empire! By the comet!
I'm really impressed with that Awakening of the Wood spell. That was fairly decent. I may actually like that wizard. I was thinking I probably
I
wouldn't.
live to serve the Emperor! Ever onward!
Is that? Yeah, I think that he's safe there. Can I? Aw, that's sad. Well, might as well move him closer then. Oh, I think I forgot to do the diplomacy for that turn. I hope I don't pay for that. It probably won't matter since I just got the non-aggression pact with Hawkland last turn. So it'll probably be a turn or two before they will offer you the trade agreement now. But there is also the chance that they could be wiped out this turn. Okay, they weren't wiped out, so let's go ahead and get the diplomacy out of the way.
What?
Oh, they want
Come
military,
then. Only Sigma's
military
god Ulrich
access.
can judge
Of course.
And don't want to pay for it. Yeah, see, they've already lost one town. So they're down to one town now. Without much of an army, so. Yeah, that'll probably be a problem fairly
The
soon.
nation calls.
Okay, so at this point, sometimes you get lucky and have the training field here already built in Ubersreich. Sometimes it's not there and you'll have to actually build it. But I'm just gonna do this like normal, and you can see. I'll take clay pit and weaving house to keep my income climbing as much as possible while I'm recruiting.
Now.
Now I'm gonna take Karl Franz, get him out of there and put him
I see
in
no other
ambush.
On
And
march.
put him right there. Also, I probably haven't gotten it, but if you're just insanely lucky, I think there's a ancillary that increases your ambush chance. So that's pretty nice to get. Oh, how about that? I'm not gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give the Shrieking Blade to my second lord. And usually what I do, I put this other lord over here as bait. We'll go ahead and do archers again. Now, what I'm hoping to do is get this army to come out and try and kill my small army and get ambushed by Karl Franz. That's what we're looking for. Sometimes you get lucky and it happens, and sometimes they just are absolutely determined not to come out of there. But having this second lord here recruiting means that you're not losing too much time if they won't come out of there. So we'll see what happens. But that's the goal, that's the outcome we're hoping for, is for them to come out of Helmgart and try to attack my army there and get a successful ambush. That is the best case scenario for this. And it looks like we didn't get it. And usually what I will do, see, this is perfect because it's fairly easy to drop the fealty of Wassenland to 0, and at that point they'll usually declare war on you. So that's a good decision that they've given me early on there. Undercity discovered. Let's see. Cost me 750. I'm gonna go ahead and do that since it's so early, because that's not something I want to deal with. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade both of those. Did it? Yeah, it said ambush foiled. So if it doesn't work, that's fine. Just go back into ambush stance, try again. I'm going to transfer my archer units over, And I think this time I'll take melee troops. Look at our diplomacy.
So, who calls?
Ostermark. Yeah, I'll
Greetings,
give
my
that to
countrymen.
them.
Fine. The
They
Empire.
really didn't pay for.
Yes.
You'll notice the money that
Approach
they're
us,
willing
friend,
to
and make
offer
your
drops off really quick. There we go, 253.
So
That's
be it.
fine.
So,
Mistress of Ice.
And that's all we're going to be able to do. Okay, so usually what I'll do is stay here one more turn and try this. His army's at 16.
I refuse.
Yeah, that's fine. And we'll try this one more turn. Now if they don't take the bait this turn, what I'll end up doing is putting my second lord in Ubersreich with probably half of Karl Franz's army and take Karl Franz down and to take Alhart and then come back, and we'll be recruiting more the whole time that's happening. But you're going to need, wow, really? Honestly, I think that's probably a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to allow expansion because Talbecland is at 8, so that will put them to 9. Stirland is only at 5, so the goal is more to get Talbecland to 10 than Stirland to gain 1. Okay, ambush foiled. 70% chance to get a successful ambush. I got detected twice in a row, so that's just beautiful. Either way, we are going to
Going forth.
transfer those units over,
Ready.
and
we
we'll
must
move
attack.
Karl Franz in here. We're going to go ahead and take Helmgart. Encircle.
Fight for our nation.
And I really hate it when they do this, but I'm gonna move this army up, and a lot of times it seems like this army gets intercepted.
Moving out.
Do not know why, and it did. Yeah, I have the settlement encircled, and they're able to intercept an army that is. Yeah, no. This makes no sense, and I really hate it. So it's the same. It's the same thing either way. It'll be a settlement battle. It'll be a siege battle. They will be behind their walls, which doesn't make sense if they're going to be intercepting me outside the, I don't know. Nothing about this makes sense to me. It happens. I don't know why it happens. It aggravates me, but what are you gonna do? It really changes nothing. I mean, the enemy army isn't going to come out and get me or anything like that, so. It really changes absolutely nothing. And the reason why we needed to recruit so much before this battle, you'll see, well, you won't see for a bit, because, yeah, they're over behind the walls and you can't see all their units from here. But they have several crossbow units in the garrison for this place, as well as archers from the army and all that. This is not a normal outcome for me. Usually I either have to get the ambush or I'll have a huge battle here at Helmgart, like 2 or 3 turns later, where that their biggest army is here inside this settlement. We'll speed this up and try and get it. I think this is probably going to be a pretty decent outcome though. Just because not having to fight that huge army here is really nice. I think what I'm going to do, first thing, I'm going to set up my groups. No, let's not do that. Let's do it like this. Alright. I'm gonna move my mortar up to here, I believe. Somewhere like right in here. To where I'll be able to very slightly outrange this tower. Yeah, I think right about here will be fine. Right? Yeah, they're just outside. And we'll start trying to destroy that tower. Now, the mortar is not the most accurate, but usually in this instance, when they have troops like right behind it and on each side, it doesn't bother me too bad because some of those misses will hit the troops. So it ends up working out alright. And at this point, I'll just sit here and wait. It'll take most of that mortar's ammo to kill that one tower, though. And you can see, like, well, I can't see that unit's health bar right behind the tower right now, but they're taking some damage too. Yeah, half of that unit of spearmen behind the tower is dead. So even the misses are working out alright. And this unit over here is taking a little damage, although that must have been a horrible shot. Yeah, one unit already ran away from the walls there. And that's fine. That's kind of what we're after. Yeah, most of that mortar's ammo to kill one tower. Luckily, this is the worst tower, and there's only one on this side, so I usually like attacking this side better. Anytime now. Oh, this is horrible. Now we've got a unit of crossbowmen up there, which is even better. The melee units that they have there don't bother me anywhere near as bad. Okay, so we can move our mortar up closer now, and he'll be more of a threat. Alright, so at this point I can start moving my units up. I usually put Karl Franz and my second lord breaking down the gate. I'll keep my cav back somewhat, but they'll be moving forward as well.
Yes, sir!
Let's go ahead and move the mortar all the way up to here. Crap.
Ready!
These towers
March!
are targeting him already.
March! Hammer of the Empire!
That's not
Ready
great.
for war! Ready for orders! Detachments move! Take position!
Alright, that should work.
We are ready! Take position!
Nah, bring them up here.
Formation, march! Swordsman!
Now I usually take about half of my melee troops and tell them to start climbing the wall. It's really just to entice their troops to gather at the wall so my archers can shoot easier.
Shade wizard!
But the biggest threat is always going to be the crossbows. And I don't see... Can I do this on the wall? I can. I'm going to put one on the wall.
All things must wither!
How about that? Didn't do all that much damage though. That's okay though. We're going to move him up.
Spotters the target!
The biggest thing is going to be killing as many of those crossbow units as possible before we try.
Battle wizards!
Right there.
Let's guy that!
Yeah. Okay, we'll tell them to halt. See if we can find another crossbow unit. They have units back here. What are you doing? Stop standing there.
With haste!
So he broke the wall, the gate already. That's why he stopped, I suppose. Okay, so we're just gonna line up our archers again. Give them fire at will back. Since there's not any archers in range really just yet that we want to get. Let them waste a little of their ammo on that.
Taking aim!
What are you doing? Oh my god.
Quickly!
What just happened? Anyhow, we can move them over this way as well. I don't mind sending them in that way. Wow. Camera, work with me.
Bring it down!
Unreal.
Quick march!
Alright, 7. I want y'all to get up on the walls, if possible.
We are Sigma's heirs!
Y'all go ahead and get up on the walls. You
Sigma,
that are hurting on them, please.
Awaiting orders. Sons of Sigma, attack! Missiles will fly! Take aim!
The targeting is so janky over these walls, it's really annoying. Okay, yeah.
Show us the foe! Understood!
Great swords, go ahead and go up the walls too.
Sigma calls! Show us the foe! Sigma! It is against Sigma's teaching! Take aim!
Right here, right here. Please get this.
This is my command! For Heldenhammer!
Let these units stay over here and fight for a bit.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Okay. So we're out of magic, unfortunately.
Empire endures!
We're gonna send you over this way.
Ulrich!
This unit is breaking. Oh, right here. Just go ahead and attack them.
Loaded, sir!
Wow, I hate
The ground!
the movement
Sigma preserver!
on these units. It's infuriating.
I am life! Yes, General! For the Emperor!
Like, they're not even... Whatever.
At speed!
No. Like
Go!
this. I'm having such a hard time getting these units
Charge!
to actually fight, and it's
We are
annoying.
Sigma's heirs! For Heldenhammer!
Usually these two will hold out for quite a while. My magic is gone, so I might as well bring him over as well. I've got my cav, I could be bringing them over too.
Conditions acceptable! Sigma! Guide our fire!
But we've got to get rid of those crossbows as soon as possible if we want a chance at winning this. And this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Take the ground!
I don't know why.
For the Emperor! To battle!
We're gonna have to get the cav in here and start
Swordsman!
trying to work through
Get
these guys.
them!
All my units on this side are breaking. It's so stupid.
Heldenhammer! Ready to fire! Find your targets! Don't give them an inch! Whoa! The Empire endures! By Galmaras!
Let them fight for just a minute.
Gate order!
What are you doing?
Gate
You know what? You can go over there.
Ulrich's wrath on them! Ulrich's teeth! Retreat!
I can't tell if the cav are doing all that much good there or not. We'll go ahead and pull them out. and then charge them right back in.
Throw it!
Whippers at the ready! Form a ring of steel!
Let's do this.
For the twin-tailed comet! Taking aim!
I'm beyond annoyed at this point.
Take the ground!
We'll pull our cav back and do another charge into this, and that should be enough to break it, I think.
Sigma!
Yeah, they're broke. Okay.
My rule is absolute.
Alright, 4,
Charge!
3,
Eager for battle! Death to
5.
the faithless!
Yeah,
Tyrant
we're gonna do something like this.
Very well! We are Sigma's heirs! Yes, my lord!
It's fine. I don't even care if we lose a few units, honestly.
Great
Just,
swords!
as long as we're working through some of this.
Reichsguard!
Awesome.
Quick march!
Awesome. The cav gets caught on a wall.
Sigma! Preserve us! Yes, sir, quickly! We obey. Yes! Sigma calls! Go! Ready! Don't get them in! Sir!
End them!
Taking position! By God,
We're gonna break all of these down inside. It's going to be over fairly quick. You come up and get this.
State troops ready! Hand gunners!
You just
Shields up!
take a position there. It's fine.
Reichsguard Knights!
That should break that. We're getting close to army losses at this point.
To battle!
If we can get our archers down to where they can fire, we win. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Withdraw!
Oh, it's beyond frustrating. There did it. We took a fuck ton of losses for that. That was horrible. And that's without their main army in this settlement. If you have to fight this battle when their main army is in the settlement, it's beyond horrible. There's about twice as many troops to work through, and it's just a nightmare. Even there, I lost half of my troops in my main army, which, you know, it's fine. We'll be able to recruit more, but it's still just a pain. Getting your archers into a position where they'll actually loft shots over the wall, and yeah, it's not a lot of fun. Here on the end screen, I'll show you what they had in the garrison, and it'll make more sense why that was such a pain. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of crossbows already in there, and then 3 units of archers. So they had 8 ranged units capable of lofting shells over the walls at my troops with more range than my ranged troops. So they had more ranged troops and better range on most of them, as well as being behind the wall. Like, my melee troops just got tore up trying to get over that wall. So this battle is always a pain, and yes, I know there are ways to cheese these battles and run the crossbows out of ammunition and all with your lord running back and forth, but I don't really think very highly of exploits, and that is definitely an exploit. So
into battle.
alright, so there we're gonna go ahead and occupy it. Go ahead and take that. Now the good thing is these archers aren't completely useless. I'll end up moving them into my second army when I'm able to replace them with crossbows. So that'll be nice. I'm going to get this, but I probably should have gotten another point in that awakening spell.
Honored.
On the plus side though, we've got a good bit of experience. It's sad that we didn't have this Grand Soulfire before we did that battle. That would have been really nice. I mean, I'm gonna take this one first, and then I'll probably pick that up. You could say that me running my lord into the middle of, like, through the gates and starting a big fight there was kind of an exploit too.
I command
Yeah,
here.
I could see that. But, you know, it is what it is. You have to decide where you're gonna draw the line on what you're willing to do and put up with on your own there. Oh, that's horrible. Can we get... We can. We can get back out here and recruit. Okay, good. So we're not completely wasting this turn without recruiting. Alright, we'll take a look at our diplomacy.
Who called?
Born to rule.
Protector of the
Either
realm.
way, if you can avoid it, don't fight Helmgart when this main army is here. It really is just a complete nightmare. So, anytime you get the chance, whether it's the ambush here or like if this happens where they move their army, that's a good thing. Let them do it every time. You absolutely do not want to fight this battle with that army in here. And I mean, it kind of depends on what they're going to do here. They may come after my army there, which would be horrible, but I kind of doubt they will. But we're about to find out. Yeah, they just started a second army right where they are, and that's fine. Which means they are going to outnumber us again.
Warrior of
But
Sigmar.
at least it won't be in Helmgart. That's just a nightmare when that happens. Actually, I'm gonna move this army in here.
Ever onward.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, let's move this unit down and these two up. That'll finish off that army.
Here to serve.
We'll let them heal one more turn, I think.
Ready.
Yeah. I think we'll let them heal this turn.
Calls.
I'm hoping I can make it. Let me look. I'm hoping I can make it all the way to Alhart from here in one turn. We'll find out. We've already done our building. Oh crap, we could be recruiting
By
crossbows.
Sigma.
We'll do that next turn. We'll start recruiting crossbows to replace the archers. That's fine. It's still going to be like a major battle to get rid of the Empire Secessionists now. But, you know, all in all, that's preferable to fighting the major battle in Helmgart. Alright, let's see what we've got. Yeah, Hockland destroyed, turn 8. That's usually fairly okay. That's
Awaiting
random and
orders.
odd.
Following Sigmar's path.
No
Alright,
peace.
we'll
just
move our
war.
army down. And I could auto-resolve this actually. Wow, am I not even gonna lose? I'm not even gonna lose any units if I auto-resolve it. Armor piercing weapon damage. What would that do? Well, I think I'm gonna save that and put it on a crossbow unit maybe. Ah, hell with it. Let's just auto-resolve it at that point. That's our only war. We can lose a lot of troops and they will, you know, replenish. So, yeah. That's not a horrible outcome. That's usually not the way it goes for me, but you know what? I will take it. There's your first 8 turns, and that's usually about how long it takes to secure your first province and get rid of it. You can take Alhart first before Helmgart. I mean, that's up to you. But usually the best outcome I have been able to manage on a Karl Franz start is to get the ambush right here by Ubersreich. So try to do that if you can. If it doesn't work, I mean, maybe you can manage something like I did here where they willingly moved their army out. I mean, that was just kind of crazy to me. But this is a pretty good start for us either way. And yes, I've got -1 Imperial Authority right now. That doesn't really matter. That will be recovering pretty quick. They have, I think they've changed the Imperial Authority system a little bit to give you more chances to increase your authority. So that will come back. And, you know, from this point, you can go attack Marienburg if you want. That's a really good choice because that's going to give you another seat right here on the elector counts. I think that increases your Imperial authority if you install your own elector count. I'm pretty sure. Does it? I can't remember where you look to see what affects it. Oh, here we go. So you can see here on the positive side, elector counts reinstated. That will start helping your Imperial authority. If you don't want to go after Marienburg first, you can go after Weissenberg first. You capture Nuln here, and you can install an elector count there. That's another really easy pickup, and honestly, their fealty is going to be so hard to build up. You might as well declare war on these, or do both of them if you feel like. You're not going to have long though to do either one of those, because you're gonna have the beastmen up here messing with Midland. You've got these guys, the Black Pit tribe. Sometimes they become a threat to Midland. You've got Festus up here in the mountains right here. They will become a threat. I mean, you're going to need one of your armies up in this area probably within 5 to 10 turns. So, whichever direction you decide to go from your starting province, you need to make a move fairly quick and make sure that you are done with that move fairly quickly. And you're also going to have to watch Helmgart. You have what's his name? The Barrel Legion. It's is it Himmler? Whatever his name is. A lot of times he will declare war on you and start trying to come through either Helmgart or here to attack you. You've got Grom the Punch down here. He usually wipes out Paravon and takes over all of this area and will start attacking through Helmgart. So you're not going to have a lot of time, and you will probably need to keep an army, close to home in reserve for whatever happens there. But that's completely up to you from this point. I was just trying to show you an easy way to get through securing your first province and wiping out the Empire Secessionists. I know Helmgart is usually the biggest problem for me. So, y'all let me know what you think about it. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. I hope this has helped somebody, and I'll catch you next time.